It's been a minute, so it feels good to be on the winning side. Man, just happy for our young ladies that have worked hard. Last week, we've brought back the Breakfast Club, and so we've been up at 6 a.m. every morning that we have practice. I've divided my practices just to get a little bit more detail-oriented to make sure the girls are focusing and watching film and then getting skill work in. So I think it's getting their attention. I told them today we have another session scheduled for tomorrow at 6 a.m. I told them if they held them under 50, we would cancel that. So that's why you saw so much energy at the end of the game, because they were really locked in and want to hold the girls under 20. The biggest thing that jumps off the page to me, guys, just to start, was 21 assists. When we're moving the ball, when we're sharing the ball, we can be pretty special. We can be pretty special when we're sharing the ball. And then finally, what we brought her here for, Promise Taylor, 8 and 9. Very efficient tonight. Her teammates looked for her, and we got her the ball in positions where all she had to do was either drop step or make a little short jumper. So proud of the effort. Jaden Mason coming in 7 out of 11 is what I expect. She got the same looks today that she got in the last ball game. And after I told her not to be discouraged, we put her in the lineup because we knew she could hit that shot against Missouri State. So we got it a game later. But I really encouraged her because I knew those shots were opening. She got in the gym and worked on it. And then Shamira and Q getting back to those assists. Shamira's shot wasn't falling, so she created for other people. So proud of our young ladies' effort tonight.
Part of you talked about people getting the ball to Promise, and you talked yesterday, Promise needs to be more assertive sometimes.
Yeah.
Did you kind of sense that from her as the game went along?
I did.
The ball more?
I did. One thing, Promise, when she got here, she was like, Coach, sometimes you got to piss me off to get me going. And I said, oh, don't worry. I think I really pissed her off this week. And, it's all about love, but it's all about challenging kids to be able to do what they're capable of doing. And obviously she needs her teammates' help to do that, but I thought she was ducking in and being a little bit more aggressive and wanting the ball.
The defense today, aside from holding them to 47, and the turnovers that you forced, what did you most like about what you saw?
I told our kids, I said, this is probably my fault. When you take a job, you have ideas. Before you become a head coach, all your stuff is philosophy. Yes, your bosses have let you work and do all the other things, but still all my things were philosophy. And what I told them in coming here was I had a mentor, Nolan Richardson, that played 40 minutes of hell. And I said, shame on me for thinking, hey, I don't have the pieces quite yet to do what I want to do. I told him we're getting back to it. We're getting back to 40 minutes of hell defensively, getting up the line, getting after people, pressuring them and not letting them do what they want to do. Even if we don't have all the pieces in place just yet, we're going to learn it and we're going to get after it. And I thought our kids did an excellent job of doing that. I was proud just watching some of our bench, Sydney coming in and doing exactly what I asked her to do in terms of getting deflections. And we had 21 turnovers, but I'm quite sure we'll be up in the 50s towards deflections today, and that's what I want to get at. And that's all I wanted people to do is just don't let them come in here and run their pretty set that they want to run. Let's get after them.
As part of that, seeing what happened in the games last week, as to why maybe you kind of thought, well, let's just get back to what I really want to do?
Yeah, I think you have to. Again, I wasn't wasn't mad at our kids' defensive effort again in the last ball game out. I think they were pretty locked in there. But again, we're still playing it a little safe. We know we're going to give up some stuff with that. But again, even in that last game, when we went after them in the fourth quarter, they became rattled. There was a chance with 2 minutes on the clock for it to blow open a little bit more, but us getting after it, they turned the ball over and gave us an opportunity to win it at the end. So those are the things when I'm watching film, I'm like, shame on me. Let's get back to how I want to play.
Coach, you mentioned ticked off in the past. We've seen it visibly, you, the players, on this 4-game skid. Winning is the best deodorant, right?
It is, but I think honestly, our reaction to it. I always tell our kids E plus R equals O, and whatever's happening, how we respond to it will help determine what that outcome is. And I really think just getting back to basics, getting in the lab, watching film, because you can tell me a million things, but that film don't lie. So not just pointing out, not just pointing fingers, but fixing the action that we were doing wrong. And so I know it's not going to be perfect out there, but I want our kids. You learn the game by watching film, and I think it really registered with some of them tonight. And again, I'm just proud of their effort.
Kind of feel like, in a sense, too, the way the defense kind of chipped away, that it was going to be a point where that 9-point, 10-point margin got to 15 and 20.
Well, yeah. Well, when it got down to 9, and what I wanted to do was not just use all my timeouts. I don't even know if I used one of them today, but I said if they had scored another bucket when they came out in that quarter, I was going to get a timeout to reinforce what I wanted. But I told the girls every quarter what we were trying to do is get to 20-plus every quarter. They did a good job of slowing us down in that first and third quarter, I thought. But, I knew if we could get in, I walked down to the staff and told me to give me a blitz group, give me somebody that we can get in there and get some juice going. So that's when I rested Promise. And I think resting Ashley and Shamira in the first half helped them have some more juice in the second half as well.
The Breakfast Club, tell us about that. How long has this been a thing?
Oh, it's been a thing for probably about a week and a half. Probably the last time we came out, I can't remember what game it was, but I didn't like our effort with the game. And I said it's not, as coaches, sometimes you can always come back and say, oh, it's just effort. It's not this. It's not what we're doing with this. It's not. But sometimes it is what you're doing. So I just thought to get the best focus, when am I most alert? Early in the morning. So we got our staff up, got them up, and I think our staff might be most excited that they held them under 47, because secretly, I don't think they like to get up, but I'm a morning person. I'm up anyway. So I wish we could practice every day at 6 a.m. But
is that the new motivation to hold them under 50?
Whatever I gotta find. We use all kind of things as coaches, but my staff did an incredible job of sticking with them. We've had to be psychologists and social workers and everything else with them just to reassure them. It's hard. It's hard for them. I've been there before. As a coach, I've been through the valley before. And what I always say is, they say it's the shadow of death. It's not the valley, it's the shadow of death. It ain't death, but it's the shadow of it. And I told our people, stay strong. Let's keep our kids' spirits lifted up. And Lord willing, we were able to pull one out.
And now you have some time until next opponent. And that next opponent, a team you lost to by 3, who's now in first place in the Valley. How much forward are you looking at that rematch?
When I watched that game, because Illinois State has done a tremendous job with that program, and when we played them the first time, I was using them as a measuring stick. And I love what she does, and we're going to go up there. Like you said, we got a couple days to, recuperate, get our bodies right, but we're going to hit that film tonight and just look at the things that we need to correct, because we were close. But it's February. They're a different team than they were in early January, and so we'll be ready, as I'm sure they will be as well.
Promise, Coach was telling me that she kind of found that, maybe she had to piss you off a little bit to kind of get you going. Was it one of those days where maybe that happened, and at the same time you started feeling good about what you're doing, you just wanted the ball more?
I think it was a mixture of both. Ever since I was little, I guess, I've always played better when I'm mad, play more aggressive. So I just kind of came in with that mindset already. I didn't have to have anything happen for me to get mad or play with that aggressive mentality. And then also, the whole team's just been working really hard these last couple practices to try to bring the team together so we can get a win. So I feel like that really helped us.
How much of the defense today was kind of the things you've been working on this Breakfast Club? And how much of it was just better execution all the way around?
We worked a lot on full court defense, turning the ball and putting pressure on our opponents, and just being aggressive and going for the ball. So I feel like we did that today as a team. We had a lot of team rebounds and a lot of team steals, so I feel like that really helped us.
To finally win and get off this 4-game skid, how does that feel?
It feels honestly amazing. When we came in the locker room, it was just, we were all so happy. Just when you're losing like that, it kind of messes with the team chemistry, but getting a win is really going to help us.
Coach mentioned, kind of like Buggy said, that Breakfast Club, the getting up at 6 a.m. She said it's only a week and a half old. What has that maybe taught you guys about A, getting out of bed early, and B, not wanting to play basketball that hour?
I think it's given us some extra motivation. No one wants to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning, but I also think it kind of gave us a little bit like a chip on our shoulder. When we come in, we got to attack this team so we don't have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah.
Coach said that was one of the ways she's motivated you guys. What are some other ways that the staff is, maybe, I don't know, is there ice cream after wins, anything like that? Or?
We have this special thing called the Dub Club. So they go in, if it looks like we're going to win, they're going to go in and like put up lights and balloons and have music playing, and it's like a club. So you come in, it's the Dub Club.
Was that on display today?
Mm-hmm, yeah. We had a little party.
What can this do for this team's confidence to get one in the W column?
I think it just motivates us to be better, and it shows us like our capability, our potential to play as a team. So I think this is just going to help us get more wins.
How much finger pointing has there been at all, if any at all, during this 4-game stretch? You mentioned the team chemistry kind of got a little maybe uneven because of that streak, but I mean, did you see this team maybe unraveling during that stretch?
Not quite unraveling, just getting frustrated. When you're losing like that, you kind of look in the mirror like, what did I do wrong? So I feel like a lot of people were just really frustrated with themselves. No one likes to lose, so.
And next year you're going to play the conference leader and some time off, but Illinois State. What do you remember about that game? And it was a tight one here last time.
Wait, what game was it again?
Illinois State.
Illinois State.
Yeah, you guys will play them next on Friday.
Oh yeah. I remember they're really like aggressive on defense, so we have to keep our composure. I think we have a size advantage in the post, so I think we should be good.